Let's talk about the NFL and ESPN's top 100 lists, hear more statements from former Chiefs receivers, Rich Eisen changing his tune about Mahomes and why the rest of the league would be smart to do the same, and much freaking more. But first, how about those? What's up, guys? My name is Cole, aka the Red-Bearded, Thug Tier and Chief Commentator of the Year, and I do daily news about the Kansas City Chiefs. So make sure to sub if you're new for the most thorough content on the platform. Hit that like button if Mahomes is the greatest QB in the NFL, and there's no debate. And let's get into this video. You see, the world appeared to go mad last night when the NFL finally revealed their top 10 rankings of their cute little top 100 list, and I assure you of this, regardless of the outcome, people would have cried no matter what because the world is full of sensitive little adult children these days. I mean, I'm on Twitter, no more than 30 seconds, and want to reach through my screen and slap some of these pansies right in the face for how much they whine and complain about everything. But enough ranting, let's get into this top 10 list because at least for this one, they are right to complain in some ways. At 10 is actually the highest ranked tight end on the entire list, and that is the one, the only Travis freaking Kelce. He is down 5 spots from last year as he was ranked 5th overall in 2021, but I'm not too bothered by it as he's still in the top 10 and is the highest ranked tight end as he should be. And if you disagree with that, you need therapy because you're nearly a lost cause. This is what is said of Travis Kelce in the article. Kelce comes in as the highest ranked tight end at the top 100 for the second consecutive season with 92 receptions for 1,125 yards and 9 TDs in 2021. Benefiting from a simpatico rapport with his quarterback, the Chiefs' sure-handed tight end is a model for consistency and seizes big moments to help maintain success in Kansas City. Yeah, big moments. Like overtime against the Chargers, called game. Or like overtime in the divisional round of the playoffs against the Buffalo, I choke in the postseason to the Kansas City Chiefs, Bills, called game. They go on to say, entering his 10th season, Kelce, a 7-time Pro Bowler and 3-time All-Pro, is putting together a career of historic proportions at his position. The 32-year-old is approaching the 10,000-yard mark for his career. He's at 9,006 and would surpass Rob Gronkowski, 9,286 yards, which is 4th all-time among tight ends, and Shannon Sharpe, who has 9,961 yards, 5th all-time in 2022, should he reach that milestone. That's Hall of Fame-worthy territory for an overlooked 3rd-round pick out of Cincinnati in 2013. Yeah, that's freaking right, so there you go. Travis Kelce at 10, then Rams cornerback Jalen Ramsey's number 9, and at number 8, dropping 7 spots from last year's top spot is Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes, and this is what they have to say about him. Last year's conqueror of the top 100, Mahomes' 7th spot drop is the largest decline among those with a top 20 ranking in 2021. It isn't necessarily a regression for Mahomes, rather the continuation of a fruitless chase toward the numbers from his remarkable 2018 MVP campaign. Mahomes nearly became the 3rd QB in NFL history to surpass the 5,000-yard mark a second time, producing 4,839 passing yards off a career-high 436 receptions, which featured 37 TDs and 13 interceptions in 2021, while posting career-high rushing totals 381 yards and 2 TDs. Through 5 seasons, Mahomes has become not only a gunslinging QB with a rocket launcher for an arm, but one with a Gumby-like escapability in and around the pocket, which often ends with a seemingly impossible throw. After leading Kansas City to its 4th straight AFC Championship game, the 26-year-old Mahomes is in the top 10 for the 4th straight year. Yeah, so there's that. I know. You're waiting for me to say something about this, but it'll make more sense if I wait until I finish the rest of this stupid list first. At number 7 is the Chokeland Faders wide receiver Devontae Adams. Number 6 is the Steelers outside linebacker TJ Watt. Number 5 is the Colts running back Jonathan Taylor, who the Chiefs could have drafted in 2020 instead of CEH, by the way, but do not get me started on that one. Number 4 is the Rams wide receiver Cooper Kupp. At number 3 is the Green Bay Packers QB Aaron It's Only Psychedelics Rodgers. Number 2 is Rams defensive end Aaron I swing helmets at people during practice Donald. And then at the number 1 spot, climbing up somehow 6 total spots, is Tom I'm literally withering away due to old age Brady. Yes, you heard me right. A 45-year-old man was voted as the top player in the NFL by his peers. All right, now we can talk about this stupid, meaningless, pointless waste of both my time and all of y'all's top 100 list. You mean to tell me that NFL players, like guys who currently play in the league right now, voted for a man that will soon be in Depends and using a walker, putting him at the top of the list as the most talented player in all of the NFL. Oh my God, look, I don't even care that he's ranked above Mahomes. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. You could take Josh Allen, Aaron Rodgers, Mahomes, and Tom Brady and interchange them in any order you would like in your top 4 QB lists, but they all have to be in the top 4 as there's simply no debate. Obviously, I'm going to take Mahomes, though I know I'm biased. Still, though, how is Mahomes going to drop 7 spots after leading his team to their 4th AFC Championship game in a row and was one bad half away from going to his 3rd straight Super Bowl? And yet Brady rises 6 freaking spots. This man's arm is shriveling away like a raisin, quite possibly hanging on by a few muscle fibers, and his face is literally sinking in. What are we doing here? I'm confused, and so is my beard. But again, it was voted on by professionals, so hey, this list simply is what it is. And I can't for the life of me end this video on such an absurd note, so why don't we look at a list that makes a little bit more sense here. This list was put out by ESPN this morning and was voted on by a panel of more than 50 NFL experts to rate players based on how good they will be in the 2022 season compared with their peers. So yeah, the criteria for this list is a bit different, but it looks a wee bit more accurate to me because at 20th overall is Thomas Edward Patrick Brady. Much more fitting for that geriatric QB. Travis Kelce is ranked 17th overall. Okay, I guess. And then the top 10 looks like this. Devontae Adams at 10, Myles Garrett at 9, Jalen Ramsey at 8, Justin Jefferson at 7, TJ Watt at 6, Josh Allen at 5. Hello, nice to see you in the top 10 where you should be. Stupid NFL list. Cooper Kupp is 4th, Aaron Rodgers is 3rd, Aaron Donald is 2nd, and then at the tippity top of the mountain is Patrick LaVon Mahomes the 2nd. Why is it that I actually agree with something ESPN put out over something the actual NFL released? I don't know, but here we are. Adam Teicher is the man who got to write Patrick's segment in this article, and here's what he had to say. Mahomes is a great playmaker in part because of his ability to complete unconventional throws. He has completed passes without looking at his intended receiver, throwing left-handed, and in numerous other unorthodox ways. No other QB has produced like him through 63 career starts, and he is primed for another big season. And Mahomes will be energized by a number of factors in 2022. The significant moves made by all AFC West rivals, having a mostly new group of wide receivers, a career-low QBR 62.2 last year, and his miserable second half in last season's AFC Championship game against the Bengals. And don't forget, his weapon and the reason why the Chiefs have even been successful at all, Tyreek Hill was traded to the Dolphins. So yeah, I will say this though about his AFC Championship performance in the second half. It was pretty piss poor, to be honest, but I'm glad that ESPN at least seemed sober and in their right minds when they made their little list, while on the other hand, I think Aaron Rodgers slipped some of his herbal tea into the players' drinks before they voted on the NFL's top 100. Either way, the Patrick Mahomes disrespect is certainly at an all-time high this offseason, and it doesn't seem to end. For example, another wide receiver has recently been heard making a very interesting comment about Mahomes. And no, it's not Tyreek Hill this time, believe it or not. It's former Chiefs wide receiver Sammy, I have no more hammies, Watkins, who is now on the Green Bay Slackers. That's right, he was recently asked, Rodgers or Mahomes? And his answer is pretty astonishing.
Mahomes or Rodgers? I've been with both of them. I've been with both of them, and I'm going to be honest. I think Pat is unbelievably good, but A-Rod is on a whole different level.
Ooh. Did you hear what he just said? How can you say Aaron Rodgers is on a whole different level than Mahomes? What is it with you people that when you leave the Chiefs, you feel the need to say stupid things? Aaron Rodgers, again, is elite. I've already talked about the top 4 QBs. He's on there, but he's not on a different level entirely than Mahomes. No. Rodgers has 12 wins and 10 losses in the postseason and hasn't made it to the Super Bowl since 2011. That's 11 years ago. And in Rodgers' last 11 playoff games, he's gone 5-6. That's a losing record if you didn't know, below 500. Just look at this graphic. Postseason graphic. His completion percentage, lower than Mahomes. TD to interception ratio, lower than Mahomes. Average passing yards per game, lower than Mahomes. Passer rating, lower than Mahomes. The only thing that Rodgers has stats-wise on here that's on another level is the fact that more often than not, he seems not quite able to win when it matters. Mitch Holthus recently woke up choosing violence like I do, per usual, and tweeted this out. Anyone else notice that Mahomes is 8-3 in the postseason in 4 years as an NFL starter, and Aaron Rodgers is 12-10 in the postseason in 14 years as a starter? That's right. You tell him, Mitch. Rodgers is a great QB, but on another level than Mahomes, Sammy Watkins, drugs are bad. And as if that wasn't enough about Mahomes and Rodgers, just listen to what Nick Wright has to say about the situation.
Aaron is the only quarterback in the league that on a snap-for-snap basis can make an argument he's as good as Patrick Mahomes. Not even your beloved Josh Allen can make that argument on a snap-for-snap basis because his valleys are still lower than Mahomes' or Rodgers are. The distinction between Rodgers and Mahomes is Mahomes' numbers across the board improve in the postseason.
Yeah.
He had two touchdown plus comebacks in a row his first year, or the year they won the Super Bowl. He did all of these things that Aaron has struggled with mightily. I understand guys supporting their own quarterbacks and their own players, but the Mahomes comparisons fall flat with every player in the league with the exception of Brady. Because Brady also has great regular season stuff, and Brady's beaten him twice in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Everybody else needs to just zip it.
And I know it's hard to believe, but it's not all bad news here about Mahomes. Rich Eisen, for example, recently changed his tune, went from a to a but he changed his tune recently about Patrick this upcoming season and is himself astonished at all the unwarranted Mahomes hate that has happened this offseason. Just listen to what he has to say about Mahomes and company.
Everybody's thinking the Kansas City Chiefs are less than, and clearly you could accuse me of being one of them by saying the Raiders are going to win the division. But I'm beginning to talk myself into something about this Chiefs team. I think the Chiefs offense is going to be better. I said it. I'm talking myself into it.
Better than
the previous years, yes.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, okay, Rich Eisen. Better than last year. I can get with that. And here's his reasons why.
You knew Mahomes would be looking for Hill and looking for Kelce, and you could even bracket some coverage. You could do some things to kind of get Mahomes out of that rhythm. Now, you have no idea where he's going. Do you? This kid from Rutgers, Isaiah Pacheco, Sky Moore, Juju Smith-Schuster, Marquez Valdez-Scantling, Mecole Hardman, Travis Kelce, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, all with Patrick Mahomes at the controls. There is more of an unpredictability to this offense now, and everybody's sleeping on it. That's what I'm sitting around thinking. And this year, everybody's going to think he's going to take a step back. Man, I think this is a chip on his shoulder. I cannot wait to watch him cash in.
Well, let them sleep, because Mahomes will soon wake them up, and thousands more around the globe will be eating their words while I smile with evil, joyful glee. This year's team will be a lot like the 2018 Chiefs. Nobody's going to know where the ball is going. Juju, MBS, Sky, Mecole, Watson, Clyde, Pacheco, who? And while I may not be able to answer that question, I can tell you all this at least with 100% certainty. Mahomes is pissed all the way off. He's a petty man, trust me, and is ready to scorch the league this year. His best receiver's gone. He's been figured out. He doesn't have a true wide receiver one. Blah, blah, freaking blah, and guess what? He does not care. It's all noise, and the only noise he cares about is the crowd noise at Arrowhead, as he once again does what he does best, win.
I'm a beast out here! I'm a beast!
All right, what did you guys think about today's video? Did the league go too far this time? Is Patrick Mahomes taking all this in and going to unleash it this season like I think he's gonna? What about Sammy Watkins and his ignorant statement? Are you surprised about Rich Eisen changing his tune? Let me know your thoughts on all of this in the comments down below, and let's bicker about it down there per usual. Make sure to leave a bearded comment or super thanks to be included in an upcoming vid. Sub and like for more, and then check out this video here. Pew, pew, which is my first ever daily episode, and wow, a lot has changed since then. But until next time, let's go. Let's freaking go. How about those?